A husband, a father, a man living the American dream, or so it seemed. In 2018, Chris Watts appeared devastated when his pregnant wife and 2 daughters mysteriously vanished. He cried on TV, begging for their safe return, portraying himself as a heartbroken father. But behind his tearful pleas lay a horrifying truth, one that technology would ultimately expose. This is the chilling story of how digital footprints unraveled one of America's most shocking family murders. Digital footprints, unraveling the Chris Watts case. On August 13, 2018, Shanann Watts returned home to Frederick, Colorado from a business trip. She was 15 weeks pregnant with their 3rd child, a boy they planned to name Nico. Shanann, an active presence on social media, shared her life online, posting happy family pictures and expressing her excitement for their growing family. But behind closed doors, their marriage was crumbling. The next morning, a friend of Shanann's grew concerned when she missed a doctor's appointment and wasn't answering her phone. She called the police, who conducted a welfare check. Chris arrived home acting cooperative, letting officers search the house. Shanann's purse, phone, and keys were still there. The children's beds were unmade, their blankets missing, yet Chris insisted he had no idea where they were. Soon, Chris appeared on TV, pleading for his family's return, but something felt off. His body language seemed detached. Investigators noticed his lack of emotion, his calm, almost rehearsed demeanor. He wasn't acting like a desperate husband and father, he was acting like someone with something to hide. The police wasted no time digging into Chris's phone and computer. What they found painted a disturbing picture. His Google searches included things like, "How to get away with murder? Can polygraph tests be wrong?" And chillingly, searches about oil tank sites. The same sites where his family's bodies would later be discovered. GPS data from his work truck showed he had driven to a remote oil field the morning of the disappearance, a location he conveniently failed to mention during interviews. Meanwhile, phone records revealed Chris had been exchanging messages with another woman. He had been having an affair with a co-worker, someone he had promised a future with. The pieces were falling into place, and the perfect family image was shattering. Investigators grew suspicious and brought Chris in for questioning. He agreed to take a polygraph test, seemingly confident he could outsmart the system. But the results weren't even close. He failed, miserably. The polygraph examiner didn't sugarcoat it. She looked Chris in the eye and told him he had failed. The weight of the evidence was crushing, and Chris began to crack. In a shocking confession, he admitted to killing Shanann but claimed she had killed their daughters, and he had acted in rage. The truth was far worse. Security footage from a neighbor's camera showed Chris backing his truck into the driveway early that morning. He had loaded something into the vehicle, something large, hidden under a sheet. Under pressure, Chris finally revealed the horrifying truth. He had strangled Shanann during an argument. When Bella and Celeste woke up and asked where their mother was, he loaded them into the truck, drove to the oil field, and killed them too. Their bodies were found days later, Shanann buried in a shallow grave, the girls' bodies stuffed into oil tanks. Chris Watts was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. But the case remains a chilling reminder of how dark secrets can hide beneath a seemingly perfect life. In the end, it wasn't just detective work that solved the case, it was technology. Google searches, phone records, GPS data, and security footage all combined to expose Chris's lies. Every digital footprint told a story, and each piece of evidence pushed investigators closer to the truth. Because in the end, the data never lies. If this story gripped you, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more real-life crime stories where the truth is always uncovered. One clue at a time.